Have you ever stopped to think? How much does your dog trust you? In the eyes that shine just to see you arrive, in the joy he feels even when all you have to give is a simple caress, maybe he never says it in words, but every wag of his tail, every look, every sigh by his side, it's his way of saying, "You're my world." And the truth is, with small attitudes, you can transform his life completely, more than food and shelter, He needs presence, attention, touch, routine, real love. Now tell me, what is the name of your dog? What do you love most about it? What was the most beautiful moment you lived together? Right here in the comments. Let's create a space full of stories. Love and gratitude for these companions who teach us what it is to love without asking for anything in return, because sometimes everything a dog needs to be happy, it is from an owner who treats you as he treats you with his whole heart. Have you ever noticed how a dog's eyes seem to understand us? Even when we don't say a word, they don't judge, they don't charge, they don't move away when we are silent. A dog feels with his soul. He observes you, memorizes your steps, recognizes the sound of your arrival, and even the vibration of your mood. To him, you are everything. And even if the world turns its back, it is still there, loving you with all the simplicity that only true love knows. A dog's life is not just made up of toys or expensive pet food. It is mainly made of presence. When you sit on the floor in the middle of the rush just to caress it, he notices. When you call him by name tenderly, he feels that he is important. Small attitudes, everyday gestures, are like treasures for him. And sometimes, that's what he looks forward to most, a moment of his own. Genuine and whole. He doesn't measure love by what you can buy, but by how much you're willing to share your time with him. It is in the unhurried caress, in the laughter. During a silly game, in the simple act of lying next to him that he understands, I am loved. A dog doesn't want luxury, it wants connection. He feels when you are truly present, not only physically, but with the soul there, available. And when that happens, something changes in his heart. And yours too. It's amazing how these little moments become giant in the eyes of a dog. That day when you arrived tired, but still smiled and said hi, my friend, he never forgets. Caress on the head, the soft word, the attention without distractions. All this is engraved in his heart as if it were a great gift. Because for your dog, the best part of the day is when he has you around, even if it's just for a moment, but in one piece. You don't have to be perfect, nor to have a lot of money, nor to know everything about dressage. What transforms a dog's life is affection. That's when you understand that behind that curious snout, there is a heart that beats for you. Every gesture of care is a silent reminder that you are present, that he is not alone, that his life has meaning because of you. Giving love to a dog is not measured by how many photos you post of it. It is measured by the time you dedicate. For patience in difficult days, for the bath you give even when you're tired. By paying attention to the signs he shows with his body, with his eyes, with his behavior. A dog speaks with its gaze. Listen. He always has something to say. Sometimes all he needs is for you to come down to his level. Sit on the floor, lie on your side, look deep into his eyes, and say, with silence or with words, "I am here." This simple surrender creates an unbreakable bond. It's not about teaching commands, it's about building trust. And trust is the greatest gift a dog can give you when you allow yourself to be there. On the same ground, at the same time, something subtle happens. His heart slows down, his eyes soften, his body relaxes. He feels that he is not alone. And this feeling of security is an immense relief for those who live based on instinct and sensitivity. Dog language is made of presence, and when you learn it, you realize that you don't have to talk much, just have to be whole. And in that moment, you become more than an owner. You become a home. A dog's confidence is built in the details, the way you arrive, the way you play, the patience with which you wait. It is a silent but powerful construction made day after day, look after look. And when that trust blossoms, you become his refuge, the safe territory where he can be himself. And maybe, without realizing it, he is teaching you to do the same. Trust, surrender, live with a more open heart, just like he does. Have you ever noticed how it changes when you know it's safe? How do you sleep more peacefully when you feel that you are around? How do you bark less, feel calmer when you realize that you are not leaving? Security, for him, does not come from bars, but from constant presence. And when you become that safe haven, something changes inside you as well. Dogs are masters of observation. They know when you're sad, when you're euphoric, when you're pretending to be okay. And yet, they are still by his side. If you cry, he will console you. If you laugh, he'll wag his tail together. If you make a mistake, he won't punish you. He will just wait for the moment to see you smile again. They perceive more than human eyes can see. They feel the pauses in his voice, the weight in his steps, the absence in his gaze. Even without understanding exactly what is happening, they approach and offer what they have best, presence. And in that presence, there is a silent wisdom, an invisible healing. Because they don't want to change how you feel, they just want you to know that no matter what, you're not alone. In a world where so many walk away when they don't understand each other's pain, one dog remains. He does not need explanations, nor promises. He stays simply because he loves. And this love does not require masks, nor good days. It is a love that accepts, that embraces even in silence. And sometimes, that's what saves, knowing that there's someone who doesn't expect anything from you. They just want to be close, even when everything comes crashing down. How many times have you been grateful for having him in your life? That day when everything seemed dark, but he lay next to you and stood there in silence. For that ride where you both felt free, for that simple but unforgettable moment when he leaned his head on your chest and you felt like you didn't need anything else? Transforming a dog's life can be simpler than it seems. Give it a routine. Dogs feel happier when they know what to expect. Establish times for walks, meals, rest. This gives him a sense of security that reduces anxiety. Routine is love disguised as care, and he will notice. Teach with sweetness. Quay. When he misses, don't yell. Show the way with patience. Remember, he learns through affection, not fear. The way you educate says more about you than about him. A dog that is guided with love learns not only to obey, but to trust. And his trust in you is a direct reflection of what you convey every day. Be curious about it. Pay attention to how he behaves. Notice what scares you, what calms you, what makes your eyes shine. Each dog is unique. And the more you know yours, the easier it is to make them feel understood. And being understood is a profound way of being loved. Talk to him. Even if he doesn't understand every word, he understands the tone of your voice, your energy, your eyes. Talk to the heart.
Tell
him you love him. Say it's there. He understands more than you think. And this exchange, as subtle as it may seem, feeds something very beautiful between you, intimacy. When you speak sincerely, even without knowing it, something in you calms down, and something in him too. His voice is a familiar sound, a melody that he recognizes as shelter. It doesn't matter if you speak softly or loudly, if you are smiling or crying, he listens with his heart. And somehow, you respond with your body, with your gaze that doesn't look away, with your ear that moves, with your tail that flutters just by listening to you. It is in this silent dialogue that the connection is strengthened. The intimacy between a human and a dog is born in these spontaneous moments, in the good morning you give without thinking, in the conversation that arises while tidying up the house, in the sweet words that escape while you caress him. He doesn't need to understand what you say, because you already feel who you are. And that, deep down, is the purest language that exists, the one that speaks soul to soul. Create moments just for the two of you, even if it's a 5-minute walk, a time together, no distractions, just you. These moments become effective memories. In your dog's mind and heart, for him, every second by his side is unforgettable. For you, it may be the lightest time of the day. Take care of his health as you would take care of someone in the family, because he is. Take him to the vet regularly. Be aware of changes in appetite, behavior, disposition. Remember, he can't tell you where it hurts, but he trusts that you will notice. Taking care of his body is also a form of love. Don't ignore signs of loneliness. A dog that spends a lot of time alone can develop sadness, anxiety, destructive behaviors. He needs stimulation, company, interaction. Even if you work hard, look for alternatives. An interactive toy, an ambient music, quality time, even if short. Include it in your life. Take along when possible. Let them participate in the little routines. He doesn't want luxury. He wants belonging. He wants to know that he has a place in his world. That fulfills him. It calms him down. It makes him feel that he matters on that's worth more than any gift. For a dog, accompanying you to the bakery, lying next to you while you read, or simply being in the same room is already an adventure. It doesn't need big events, but small, shared moments. When you invite him to be part of your routine, you are saying, without words, that he belongs. And that sense of belonging is one of the most powerful forms of love you can offer. Dogs don't want to be on the fringes of your life, but within it. They like to watch while you cook, to sleep close while you work, to walk by your side even aimlessly. These details, often forgotten in the midst of their haste, are for them great demonstrations of affection. And, deep down, that's what we all want, to be seen, included, loved as an essential part of someone. With dogs, that desire is pure and it's up to us to make it real. Celebrate the stages of his life. The curious puppy, the adult full of energy, the old man who just wants to be by your side. Each phase has its beauty, and each one asks for a type of care. Be present in all of them, because he will certainly be present in all of yours. In childhood, he will surprise you with mischief and daily learning. Everything will be new, intense, and full of discoveries. It will run as if the world were an infinite park. Moments of partnership, adventures, and unconditional loyalty will come. And when time begins to weigh on his body, that's when your love will be needed most, with more patience, more affection, more presence. The elderly dog does not lose its essence, it just changes the rhythm. He still loves you with the same strength, only now in a quieter, more paused way. He may not be able to run like he used to, but he will continue to follow you with his eyes, attentive to your every step. And it is in this time that you discover that true love is not in a hurry. Because if you are by his side at every step, what will be born between you will be eternal. A bond that time does not erase. It only transforms. Be patient. He can make mistakes. Can bark too much? It can make a mess, but it is never out of malice. Dogs act by instinct, by emotion, by necessity. Look beyond the behavior. Understand what's behind it. And, from there, offer what he needs: guidance, presence, love, praise. Recognize when he does something right. Celebrate achievements, learning, the moments of calm. The advances, however small they may be. Positive reinforcement strengthens the bond and makes him feel even more confident. A dog that feels loved learns to love even more. Allow yourself to learn from it, with the way he lives the present, as he does not hold grudges, how she loves with her whole body. He gives himself in simple moments. Dogs teach us about presence, about surrender, about purity. They are mirrors of what we have forgotten, that life is now, and one day when he leaves. May you look back with a heart full of gratitude that you can say, I was present, I was love, I transformed his life, and he transformed mine. That's what really matters. The silent, deep, and true exchange that only those who love a dog understand. There will be no regrets if the love was whole. You will remember the looks exchanged, the silences shared, the moments when he was right there without needing to be called. And that will console you, because you gave everything you could, and so did he. He was joy on difficult days, company. On empty days, lap in the shape of a muzzle. And now, even though he is absent, he lives in every corner of the house, in every memory, in every gesture of his that he helped to shape. His absence will leave a different silence, not of pain, but of presence that remains. You'll remember the sound of his paws, the way he looked at you as if you were the hero of his world, and he was. You will realize that, despite the departure, he is still there, in the lessons he taught you, in the love he awakened in you, in the longing that, far from hurting, makes you smile tenderly. Because when love was true, neither time nor death can erase it. If this video touched your heart in any way, leave your story with your dog here in the comments. How did he come into your life? What does he like to do most with you? Share this love with us so truly we want to hear it. And if you love dogs as much as we do, write here in the comments, I love dogs. Let's spread this beautiful energy around. Also, take the opportunity to subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, and not miss any message of affection, faith, and hope like this. And if you know someone who loves their dog as family, send them this video. It may be exactly the word that was missing today, because here, we share love. And love, when it is true, always finds a new way to transform lives.